This DVD has been commissioned by the Swindon Tobacco Control Partnership.
I think if you want to smoke, then you're going to smoke anyway.
To inform young people about smoking.
For example, in a class full of 30 students, if all of you became smokers, half of you were going to die from smoking-related diseases.
3 main issues about cigarettes and smoking will be raised during this DVD. Firstly, smoking facts and fiction.
We know as smokers that we're killing ourselves.
Secondly, the buying and selling of tobacco and cigarettes.
You don't have to say the product, you just kind of know that that relates to the product because they're selling Marlboro cigarettes and they're wearing red.
And thirdly, why we start and how we stop smoking.
My mum and dad smoke. Yeah, I've grown up with it, been surrounded by it.
Each section of this DVD will lead to discussions and exercises with the session leaders, who are here to ensure that each individual in the group benefits from today's session. They are not here to lecture you about smoking.
You'll smell like a second-hand ashtray.
They are not here to bribe you.
If you don't smoke, I'll give you a tenner.
They are not here to threaten you.
If you smoke, I'll smash your face in.
They are here to give you the opportunity to make a more informed choice about your future, whether to smoke or not.
Most people do not smoke, but some of us want to try it or go on to become smokers. So the first thing we want to do is deal with some of the true and false things people think about smoking, the facts and the fiction.
Swindon, the promised land. We've got the Oasis, Steam, the Magic Roundabout, and Swindon Town Football Club.
And a disturbing fact about our health. In some parts of Swindon, people are actually healthier than people who live in other parts of the town, and they can even live longer. This inequality is caused by several things. For example, the fact that in some areas of the town, more people smoke. And if we live in a place where more people smoke, then we are more likely to smoke.
And if you are more likely to smoke, then you're more likely to die from a smoking-related disease.
There are many startling facts about smoking which fail to put us off becoming smokers. We know that smoking kills 80,000 people each year in the UK alone.
That's like a plane crashing and killing all the passengers on board every single day.
We know that nicotine is one of the most addictive substances known, and we know that tobacco and cigarettes cost the smoker a fortune. But strangely, some of us still go on to smoke.
I started smoking when I was on a night out. It was just kind of a casual thing, just have a little drink, and then cigarettes seemed to go well with it, and then I just sort of carried on. I'm not proud of it, but I do.
When I was 14 and you start smoking with your friends and then you sort of progressed on your own and then carry on from there.
A pack just went around school on a lunch break one day and I thought, oh, I'll give it a go, see what it's like.
16, when I was in my last year of school, kind of was smoking on and off. And then by the time I started uni, I was pretty much smoking regularly, like probably about 6 to 10 a day, I think would probably be about an average.
Used to smoke at the back of the field, behind a little bush. Used to get away with it there.
We used to smoke in like a park sort of opposite the school.
People start smoking for a variety of complicated reasons. For example, we are more likely to smoke if our parents smoke, our brothers and sisters smoke, or if our friends smoke.
My mum used to smoke, and like it's sort of an on and off thing. My dad smoked since I was since he was about 12, so he's been smoking for a long time and he's never given up. He smokes like 60 a day, and even me as a smoker think that that's not very nice at all.
I was 15 with my friends and we started going out in the evening and somebody would buy a packet of cigarettes and you try it.
And most smokers start to smoke when we are under 21. Some of us try cigarettes by year 8 in school because we may want to belong to a particular group of people.
When I was 13, so it's 15 years ago now, so a long time.
I definitely smoked because my mates were, and it gave us something to do with our hands in pubs, and I thought it made us look cooler. We all did.
Some may start by year 10 because we may want to look older or think smoking helps keep us slim.
I know at school everyone used to say that people would go and have a cigarette instead of sitting and eating, that they didn't need to sit and eat because they'd just go have a cigarette and it would make them feel fine.
And after year 12, we may want to start to demonstrate our adulthood and maturity.
These facts have been confirmed by professionals and organisations. However, there is a lot of fiction about smoking as well, and this false information can give us an excuse to smoke.
Whilst we're encouraged to think that smoking makes us appear glamorous, sophisticated, older, or even physically stronger, it can actually do the exact opposite. So can you think of any myths that are told to young people about smoking?
I think the main one that seems to broaden the entire generation is that it looks cool and that you look sophisticated and that it kind of makes your street credibility a little bit better.
What put me off smoking, really, it sounds a bit off, but it's the smell. Someone would come up to me and talk to me and you just smell smoke on them, and it's just really not attractive, not appealing, and you kind of just want to walk away or just shove a chewing gum in their mouth.
I'd like to think I could, but I know that if I go a day and I don't have a cigarette, I know I get in horrible stresses and just notice it's because I haven't had a cigarette, and I have a cigarette and I feel fine again.
I smoked at the age of 15, so I was too young to smoke, and it was a way of relaxing, of going somewhere different to my usual space, being at school. We could go out of school time and go somewhere to relax.
I think everyone believes, smokers-wise, that it's a kind of human right, that it's their choice what they do with their life. I mean, we could go in here for hours talking about things like the NHS and whether they pay extra or whatever like that, but I think on the bottom line they do believe it's their right to smoke.
A lot of people say that it makes you lose weight.
There's a lot more we could say about smoking, but most of us seem to get the facts that it's expensive, it controls you, it hurts your health, and it costs you a lot of money. What a strange thing to do.